The scariest paranormal tales from Pinay girls. Can you handle it? Do you believe in ghosts? In spirits wandering silently among us? Or lingering souls trapped between realms? Tonight, we're diving into the scariest paranormal tales as told by Pinay girls. Stories steeped in culture, fear, and the supernatural. These are not just bedtime stories. They are bone-chilling, real-life encounters that will make you question everything you thought you knew about the unseen world. Are you brave enough to endure until the end? Because these stories don't just stick with you, they follow you. We dare you to hit play, dim the lights, and take this journey with us through haunted homes, deserted roads, and eerie school corridors. But be warned, not everyone makes it through. Now hold your breath as we uncover the unexplainable and leap into the first spine-tingling tale. Imagine an ancestral home over 100 years old, passed down through generations. It stands tall and proud in a quiet Filipino province, but at night, it takes on a much darker presence. One Pinay girl, Sarah, shared her chilling experience. During her family's annual reunion, Sarah stayed up late talking with her cousins. While everyone else had gone to sleep, they took turns sharing childhood memories. Laughter filled the living room, but suddenly they heard it, a soft rustling sound coming from the dining room. Curious, the group approached slowly. The dining area was dimly lit, but they noticed something strange. The once empty chairs at the table were now occupied. Ghostly shadows sat motionless, watching, waiting. Too terrified to speak, Sarah swore. She saw one figure turn toward her, its face pale and devoid of humanity. A whisper floated through the air. It sounded like her late grandmother's voice calling her name. They froze before running to their rooms, locking the doors behind them. The next day, her family conducted a cleansing ritual, but Sarah admits even now she feels a heavy, lingering presence whenever she enters that house. Are spirits of the past truly tied to the homes they once occupied? Or was Sarah's encounter something darker? Late-night drives can be peaceful, but for many in the Philippines, they are anything but comforting. Tales of the asterisk, white lady asterisk, or wandering spirits are as common as potholes. And sometimes, these encounters aren't just folklore, they're personal experiences. Lila shared hers with quiet hesitation. It was a rainy evening when she took a shortcut, a deserted road surrounded by trees and eerie silence. Her car headlights revealed nothing but the faint outlines of the path ahead. That was until she saw her. A woman dressed in all white stood at the edge of the road. Lila slowed her car, unsure if this person needed help, but as the headlights fully illuminated the figure, she gasped. The woman had no face, just hollow shadows where her eyes, nose, and mouth should have been. Fear clutched her chest as the figure began moving closer, drifting, not walking. In a panic, Lila sped past her, heart pounding in her ears. But when she glanced in her rearview mirror, the road was empty. The figure had vanished. Later, locals told her stories of the cursed road, warning travelers never to stop, not even for people asking for help. Lila never took that shortcut again. Was the faceless woman a lingering soul seeking closure, or a warning spirit guarding something sinister? The next time you drive alone at night, keep your eyes on the road and pray you don't see her. Schools shouldn't be scary. Places of learning, buzzing with activity, shouldn't evoke fear. Yet, many schools in the Philippines are known for their haunting legends. Late at night, when the corridors are silent, the true history of these places reveals itself. Amia, a former student, recounts the horrors of her school. It was exam week and she stayed late with friends to study. As the clock struck 9 p.m., her friends decided to leave, but Mia stayed behind, determined to memorize her notes. Alone now, the building felt suffocatingly empty. As she reviewed her papers, she heard a sound, a faint knock. She looked up to find rows of empty chairs staring back at her. Then it came again, louder this time, from the window beside her. She turned slowly and froze. A face stared back at her, its features misshapen and eyes hollow. Terrified, Mia grabbed her things and bolted out of the room, her footsteps echoing through the corridor. But as she descended the stairs, she sensed someone or something close behind her. When the exit came into view, she glanced back and saw her worst nightmare. A shadowy figure with glowing red eyes pursued her. Mia never studied alone again, and classmates later admitted that sightings of the red-eyed shadow were common among those who stayed past school hours. Haunted schools remain a shared legend among students. Are they places of residual energy from the hundreds of lives passing through? Or is there something darker keeping watch in the shadows? Why do tales like Sarah's, Lila's, and Mia's strike such a nerve with Pinay girls? It's not just about the fear, it's about the deeply ingrained cultural beliefs in the supernatural. Filipino folklore has long passed down stories of vengeful spirits, guardian entities, and malevolent beings. These narratives remind us to respect the unseen, for what we don't understand can still harm us. It's why, even in modern times, many still practice protective rituals like sprinkling salt or saying prayers before venturing into haunted areas. For Pinay girls like the storytellers here, these encounters are not just personal experiences. They are a connection to their families, their ancestors, and the cultural traditions they've grown up with. It's an acknowledgement of the thin line between our world and the otherworldly. But what should you do if you find yourself in the grip of the paranormal? Let's explore. Real-life encounters with the supernatural are terrifying, but you can take steps to protect yourself. The girls in these stories shared their coping mechanisms. Cleansing rituals. Many Filipinos use salt, holy water, or a priest's blessing to drive away lingering spirits. Cleansing rituals. Many Filipinos use salt, holy water, or a priest's blessing to drive away lingering spirits. Cleansing rituals. Many Filipinos use salt, holy water, or a priest's blessing to drive away lingering spirits. Asterisk, asterisk, prayers for protection. Asterisk, asterisk. Reciting prepared prayers or offering a moment of silence can create an emotional shield. Asterisk, asterisk, grounding techniques. Asterisk, asterisk. Focusing on your breath or touching earth, literally grounding yourself, can help manage fear. Focusing on your breath or touching earth, literally grounding yourself, can help manage fear. Grounding techniques focusing on your breath or touching earth can help manage fear. Respect for spirits. Belief or not, it's always wise to avoid mocking or provoking the supernatural. Respect for spirits. Belief or not, it's always wise to avoid mocking or provoking the supernatural. Respect for spirits. Belief or not, it's always wise to avoid mocking or provoking the supernatural. Facing the unknown takes courage, but the best advice, trust your instincts. If your gut tells you to leave, listen. Have you made it this far? Are your hands sweating, your heart racing a little faster? If so, congratulations, you've endured some of the scariest paranormal tales from Pinay girls. But we have one final story for you. One dark night, Katrina's grandmother was alone in her house. A devout woman, she always prayed before bed. But that evening, her prayers were interrupted by a sound, a soft tapping at the door. Expecting a relative, she opened it slightly. No one was there. Uneasy, she returned to her prayers. Then came the knocking again, harder this time. She opened the door wider. Still, no one stood there. Fear began to creep in, but she forced herself to stay calm and resume praying. But suddenly, a deafening bang erupted from the back door. She turned to see it wide open, a black shadow slipping out into the night. That was the last time she heard it, and she told her family never to open doors to uninvited knocks again. Was it a wandering spirit testing her boundaries? A warning, or something far more sinister? Thank you for joining us on this chilling journey into the supernatural. The stories we've shared tonight are more than just tales. They are a testament to the power of belief, cultural connection, and the unexplainable mysteries that lie in the shadows. But now we leave it to you. Did you survive to the end? Were you brave enough to handle these terrifying tales? If so, comment below with your reactions, or better yet, share your own experiences. We'll feature them in future episodes. And remember, the next time you feel a chill or hear a sound you can't explain, don't ignore it. After all, you never know who or what might be watching. Until next time, sweet dreams.